So today we're working on, what is this? Some sort of blue ant or something. I don't know. It's a Bluetooth earpiece. So my roommate was like, "It's broken. Can you fix it?" And I said, Anyway, um, so what happened here? There's this little rocker switch, and so you push one side of it to make the volume go up, and the other side to make the volume go down. And that corresponds to these two little push button switches, one here and one here. Here, need a pointer. Two push button switches, one here, one here. Push them this way. Push in there and push in there. Anyway, the solder points for these things are so minuscule. I couldn't get in there with my probes, my multimeter, and push the button at the same time. But this button is all mooshed. Anyway, so what I did was I soldered on a piece of wire onto each corner of the button. There's 4 contact points. I assume if they're anything like this button here, that they're kind of redundant. Like some of them are permanently connected to each other or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in there. But yeah, hopefully it has the same basic architecture as this kind of chip, this kind of button. So yeah, I'm just soldering onto each corner of this button here, and then I'm gonna snip this wire and then see what I see. And then I'll probably solder it onto this much larger button and then glue it on the outside there and call it done. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so where are we here? Bluetooth headset. I used the hot air gun, hot air setting on my butane soldering iron here. And so I got the switch, defective switch off. It's very, very small. It's this big, but it's about like 20 times bigger than a teensy tiny little eeny weeny itty bitty, probably a resistor or something right here that I've dislodged in the process. Can't even see it on here. Anyway, I just cut off like a 32nd of an inch long little piece of solder to there. Anyway, I'm gonna try and hot air that on there, and yeah, see how that goes. In other news, these switches here. Here's the one that's not mashed. They have 4 corners on them, and so I thought that would correspond to a switch piece like this, but it doesn't. The 4 corners just correspond to, I guess they're mounting points, and they don't seem to be connected to anything at all, or anything other than just the metal chassis of the switch itself. But what there are 2 little solder points. So what's that? There's a corner, there's a corner, there's a corner, there's a corner, 4 corners, and then here and here we've got the actual contact points. So when you flick this switch this way, beep, it makes a contact between here and here. So I'm going to take some little wire from this cooked Ethernet cable that got cooked embarrassingly in another project, and so I'll solder that on. here's the piece. So I'll solder that on there, and yeah, and bypass the switch. So here it is. I toasted the case a little bit on one side here, and here with the hot air thing. But it seems to be working all right. Drilled some holes through to lead the wires out for that switch I replaced. So let's see if we can see it. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, just got the wires coming out. And so I'm gonna pretty this up a little bit with a big piece of shrinky tube, if I can find one. And we should be good to go. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Kung Fu. So yeah, I've got some shrinky tube going over the holes there, holding the wire in, holding the body together where some of the tabs got busted off. Got this switch here, rocker switch. This side's dead. It's being replaced by this one. That one still works. See if the light will go on. It's probably gonna have stage fright now. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I put oh, okay, yeah, we're on, we're connected. Good. Yeah, I trimmed down this larger piece of shrinky tube here, and then just to get around here and around this thing that bulges out here, and yeah, and then I put on another little band right here. So hold it all together and tidy, and I've got some wires sticking out a little bit just to show that it was a nice DIY job, or maybe a not so nice DIY job, whatever. There we go, done.